Hey guys, it's Shanna coming to you with our very first ever video newsletter. A couple of things that we really need to touch base on is going to be payroll and paperwork submission. It's been something that has been an ongoing issue for the last couple of months, and we are really making an effort and huge strides in fixing these issues and making sure you guys feel more confident in the process, knowing that every week you're going to get paid for what you worked. You guys work incredibly hard, and we want to make sure that you guys are getting every single thing that you're supposed to be getting paid for. So in regards to that, with paperwork submission being the first thing that we're going to touch base on, we are no longer accepting paperwork by cam scanner or by TripHack. The only way that paperwork is to be received is by TransFlow. Once you have confirmed that your paperwork has been received, you can go ahead and discard the originals. That is going to take a lot of stress off of you guys. I know a lot of you guys will call in and say, I don't know how I'm going to make it out there. I'm running. You're worrying about, making money. So that's going to be one less hassle you guys have to worry about. So that's pretty awesome. Last week, your division manager sent you guys emails with instructions on how to download the TransFlow application depending on the device that you use, and also step-by-step instructions on how to function the application. We definitely know that sometimes people can learn a little differently. So if you're not more of a visual learner and you need more of a hands-on, you can always stop by. I'm in West Texas Monday and Tuesday, and if I'm not there, there is any individual would be willing to help you guys to get on the same track, make sure you guys are understanding and there's no confusion. So please make sure you utilize either that attachment that was sent to you or come by and see one of us, and we'll definitely be glad to walk you through the process of how to submit your stuff. A quick reference, if you've already downloaded the application, you'll notice that it asks for a recipient ID. That recipient ID is going to be AME7, and then the driver ID or the password to submit your document is going to be the last four of your social. Make sure you record your confirmation number, so that way if billing ever asks you for a confirmation number for a specific load, you can go ahead and reference that. Also, we don't want anybody throwing any original paperwork away until you have confirmed that billing has received that paperwork and that you are being properly paid for it. Let's see here. Okay, so every driver is required to submit through TransFlow. Like I said before, no longer are we accepting cam scanner or TripHack submissions. No exceptions. Dispatch has been informed that every driver has to submit this after every load. So once you unload, you need to make sure you're turning that in and then sending the confirmation number to your dispatcher so that they can go ahead and get you on your next load. We don't want any interruptions to your guys' pay, to running, or anything that you're out there trying to do, but we also have to ensure that these issues with not receiving paperwork on time and payroll issues are stopped, because it is creating a major issue. The process not being adhered to just this week, when I've been in the office just trying to help since my update went out about settlements, I've had several drivers call me and I've been helping them with stuff. I found out that we had 1,500 outstanding loads. That means that 1,500 loads were not billed, which means that that's costing a lot of you guys money. You guys aren't getting those on your settlements. It's not going to be properly billed out. We haven't gotten it, whether that be that you guys didn't have service or whatever. So this TransFlow app is really going to help with us making sure that we can all be accountable for every single load and making sure the paperwork is being turned in correctly and accounted for. Okay, let's see here. In regards to payroll, we've had some major steps in the right direction, but there are still a couple of issues that we are running into outside of the billing aspect. If you are changing your bank account information, you guys need to make sure that you guys are submitting that directly to me. I am the processing director. So what that means is that every single person that I orientate, you guys are turning all that paperwork into me. If I don't have the correct direct deposit information, it's not being put in the system that payroll accesses. So if you're turning it into a dispatcher, not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but that's not their job, so it's maybe not getting properly relayed. So make sure you're submitting that to me so that I can update it correctly and make sure that payroll has the information that they need. The payroll forms that we were using previously were the forms that you guys were just writing in your account information. We are no longer doing that. If you have a change in payroll or any new hires, you guys are going to be required to submit a voided check or the bank account information when you guys set up a bank account that has your name, the bank, the account number, and the routing number. It is printed. There is no room for error with handwriting or maybe not looking at the accuracy for making sure that the routing and the account number are correct on there. We don't want anybody's paychecks to be rejected by a bank because of a simple thing like that. So please make sure you're sending me voided checks and or the bank account information page for me to be able to update that with payroll. So starting on April 1st, we are going to be starting Pro Transport. That's this coming Monday. It's a new system, and for all of you guys that don't know about this program, it's basically going to make everything from dispatch to generating a settlement electronic, which is pretty cool. It's going to make for a more error-free process that everyone will benefit from. And then a month later, we're going to go ahead and start using a different payroll system called Paycor on May 1st. This is the coolest news so far, as this will allow for every owner, operator, and owner to retrieve a settlement without being sent by an individual. It's going to automatically upload into a website. You'll have a login for that. You'll be able to see your settlement at the end of each pay period, and then you'll be able to also see, from what I've heard, any settlement that was generated for any previous pay period for the entire time that you've been with the company, which is amazing, because if you guys need to go back and reference something, audit something, make sure that everything is accounted for, you guys will have that at your fingertips. Since we pay in arrears, when we change to this new payroll system, you're going to receive a settlement from ADP and from Paycor for a couple of weeks. That being said, I just wanted to make it known to you that I was confirmed by payroll that you guys won't receive two separate deposits. They will be combined, but you may have a settlement from one generated from one and generated from the other. So if you're confused on that, obviously when we cross that bridge, we will definitely help you guys out and make sure that everybody's on the same page and understands what's happening. Okay, let's see here. Some of those changes, so those are the changes that we're making in those two departments. Hopefully everybody can get onto the transfer page. Everyone can get excited about the new Paycor system. In a couple of months, these things are going to be implemented, and it's going to make everyone's life a lot easier. And we really hope that everyone bears with us and just stays patient through this process, as we're all trying to work really hard to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make you guys feel confident in our company and getting paid and all of these things. We never intentionally ever want anyone to feel like we're holding their money or anything like that, but it takes effort on everyone's side to make sure that everyone's doing their processes correctly so that everyone can get paid correctly. So now let's get into dispatch and field updates. East Texas Sandbox is currently running 2 crews, averaging about 110 to 160 loads per day. West Texas Sandbox is running 2 to 3 crews. Wells have been a little slower than what we would like, but a lot of this is having to do with being in transition between wells. Just hang in there with us. Things will pick back up. It's just the nature of the oilfield game. West Texas Pneumatic, we have been successful in landing 2 new contracts, which is super exciting. 2 new customers, it's a big game changer for us. So I know things that have been a little slow after we finished the shell well, which is unfortunate, but we are projected to be running like crazy again in the next 48 to 72 hours. So we are super excited for these new contracts, and we're super excited to be able to offer that to you guys. I know that some of the people that were initially hired to do pneumatics or came on recently during orientation for pneumatics have switched over to Sandbox just because there's not enough loads, and we wanted to make sure you guys were kept running. One of the biggest things that Amerifield is trying to offer right now is versatility. We're trying to create, when you guys come into orientation, we're having everyone get certified for whatever we've got going on so that you guys can bounce around. We never want you guys sitting. We never want you guys waiting at truck stops or waiting for loads. We really try to make it to where you guys are always able to make money. If you are some of those pneumatic guys, now is the time to come back. We need to make sure you guys are getting with Jonathan. He is our West Texas Pneumatic Operations Manager, and he will assist you guys in getting a trailer if you are in the Gold program, which means that you're a power only, you just brought your truck and you need one of our trailers. If you're a full unit pneumatic, make sure that I have your paperwork and it's current for your trailer before these wells start so that we can get your binders updated so everyone is compliant and before these wells kick off. We need all hands on deck, and most important thing is that these new customers know what Amerifield can bring to the table. It's all all about that first impression and making sure that we show them what we can do. We go out there, we bang it out, we make the money, we show up, we deliver the sand, we wear our PPE, we're not getting caught on the well side, speeding, or doing any of that stuff. So please make sure you guys really just go out there and show them what you're about, because we have a really amazing group of guys, and I have full faith in you that we'll go out there and we will knock it out of the park. One last thing to wrap up the newsletter is I just wanted to let you guys know that this is for my West Texas guys. We do have Doug Pierce out there. He is our field safety coordinator. I know some of you guys seen him over the last couple of days. He was instructed by Nick, our safety director, to go out and start inspecting our owner-operator units. This is because we have noticed a trend in DOT stops for vehicle maintenance. We've had a lot of drivers being pulled over, getting violations, some of them being out of service. We do not want our safety scores going in a negative way. Customers look at this, it will affect current work, it'll affect future work, and it's just not something that we're about. So instead of allowing this to go any further, we're going to go ahead and put a stop to it, and we're going to be requiring that you guys have a current inspection within this next month or so. We're going to be coming out and inspecting every single truck. The inspections that we are going to be doing are going to be costing $65. They are coming out of your settlement. We do not require you guys to pay for it up front. We will take it from your settlement. If you refuse Doug doing your inspection on your truck, which obviously it's a little bit more expensive than what you can get at a fuel stop, but it's also convenience. We're coming to you. We're not interrupting your run time. If you're sitting on a well and he's able to do it, he'll do it for you right there. He will provide you with an inspection sheet and an inspection sticker. So it is completely legit. He is certified. If you don't want to go that route and you would rather do it on your own, we are okay with you guys getting state inspections. State, not federal. You can turn those into Nick, and then he can approve you guys and mark you off the list, and then Doug will get that same information, and then everything can go on as normal. So if you see him and you are needing the inspection, please, I've heard that some of the drivers have asked him to provide ID. Doug Pierce is an employee of Amerifield, and he is out there doing legitimate work that he has been asked to do. So please make sure you're complying. We want everybody to be running safe, efficient equipment for the roads. We want to make sure everybody's staying safe, and we definitely don't want to be on DOT radar. So that's basically it for this Friday's newsletter. I look forward to bringing to you guys every Friday. I will get better with it. Just bear with me. This is my first time doing something like this. But I'm really excited to give you guys something that's a little bit easier for you guys to watch when you're just sitting in your truck and you're bored versus reading some, 16 paragraph email that I know you guys just skimmed through. So hopefully this is a little bit more exciting. Like I said, I'll get better at it. So just bear with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys always know you can reach out to me, send me an email, send me a text, call me, whatever you want to do, however it's easiest for you. If there's someone else in the company that you feel more comfortable with, we're all here for you. Without you guys, we wouldn't be a company. So we really appreciate everything you do. And just keep up the really good work. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.